Are recording now. Okay. Everyone says that your 20s are supposed to be the best time of your life, but they don't tell you that it's essentially just being a kid, but with back pain and bills to pay.
Exactly. And everyone wants to give different opinions and different inputs on how to live it. So it just gets it becomes a messy thing.
Yeah.
It's very messy.
Yeah. So today we're going to give you guys the guide on we're going to give you the correct guide.
Yeah. The
correct
guide.
one, the only one that you should be following.
And I'm not going to lie, everyone loves to say drink water and take a walk and everything's going to be fixed. That's not what we're going to give you. No. Nothing simple like that.
Yeah, we're going to be real. So grab a snack, grab a little drinky drink, and let's get into it.
Yup.
Hi guys, welcome back to the F It We Ball podcast. Woo! I'm Hebo.
And I'm Kafia, and today we're going to get into our 20 things that we learned in our 20s.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're starting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So number one thing, you need to stop comparing yourself to others.
Clock it.
I feel like this is something that really does, when they say comparison is the thief of joy, they are not joking. It really does take a toll on your self-esteem, your mental health. You just need to, when you're around other people, you really need to lock in and be I comparing myself to this person is actually going to get me absolutely nowhere, because at the end of the day, I'm not them. Yeah. I don't have the same circumstance that they do. I don't come from the same family that they do, from the same background that they do. Comparing yourself to someone else and really hyperfixating on it is just going to turn you into a more bitter person. I feel
and also it's just gonna set you up for failure.
Yeah.
You're always gonna try to achieve somebody else's lifestyle or the way they look or whatnot. Yeah. And you'll never be able to reach that. So you're just gonna be bitter, like what you were saying.
Yeah, you're gonna be chasing after something that you can't attain because you will never be this person. Sure, your friends and family can influence you into doing better and to achieving your goals. But if you're hyper fixated on the trajectory of other people's lives and where they are or how they look or how they act or what car they drive or how much money they're making, it's you are constantly gonna be you're gonna feel so shitty about yourself. And now look, you gotta hang out with yourself all the time, so now you're just gonna hate the person you hang out with all the time. That's so awkward. Because when you're so comparing yourself so much to other people, you end up just hating yourself and
hating the person that you're comparing yourself to.
Yeah, you hate the person you're comparing yourself to because now you're jealous and you're also hating yourself. So now, does that seem like a fun existence? No.
Fun existence is crazy.
Does that seem like a place where you want to be? No.
No, exactly.
But I understand that it's something that everyone has to learn on their own. So while you're in your 20s, focus on that. Focus on not focusing on everybody else around you so critically.
On yourself.
Yeah. Focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to kind of bounce off of that, communicate how you're feeling. If you're and I say this in a sense that we're in an era where everything is oh, you're taking shit too deep. Oh, you care too much. Why? Yeah. And it's it leaves you with all these emotions that you're bottling up, and you're oh my God, and especially even when it comes to friends, if somebody said something oh, you didn't rock with too much, keeping that to yourself is just gonna ruin that friendship, because then you're gonna start growing some resentment to that person. Yeah. So expressing yourself and letting people know how you feel is one of my number one priorities, I find. Me and my sister, we always talk about it. I don't hold back. And it's not even to be oh, you're a bad person for saying that. No, I'm just saying hey, you might have not meant to this. Yeah. But this is how I took it, and I just want to let you know, it kind of hurt my feelings. I don't go about it that
as formal.
But I kind of slip it in here and there. And I find that what's it called? If the person that you're telling this to takes it the wrong way, then not even takes it the wrong way, or like they kind of like get defensive and stuff like that, and they can't like, you know, like listen to how you feel, kind of just shows them as a person, kind of like shows their character
Low
and how
key.
they actually care about you. So it's better to like know who's around you and stuff like that. That's like one of my number one things to do. Things I learned,
because I feel like if I like the people in my life who I'm comfortable enough to like share my feeling, like share how I'm feeling to them, like it stresses you out because you're like, oh, I don't want to be that person. But then when you do it, like the right people for you are going to be like, okay, I understand. And they're not gonna switch it up on you. Because if the right people, like if you have the right people caring about you and caring about the right people, when you bring stuff up that has you feeling some sort of way, like if they have a problem with it or they get defensive or things like that, you just know that that's maybe not the type of person that you want to keep in your circle as much. Because I've never told someone how I felt about them or how I felt about a situation that is still my friend to this day, who has blown up at me for that. All the people who have blown up at me for that, I don't talk to no more.
And also like I want to like preface this, don't do it like crazy or anything, like like if you know it's something that like, because there's stuff that like genuinely like I'll hear something that a friend says and I'm like, oh, that like low-key stung, but you know, critical thinking, I know they don't mean it like that, so what's the point of like caring for it? Because I'll like think like, damn, and then I'll move on from it. Like I won't hold a grudge over it. But like if it's something like it's a repetitive behavior and it's like that's your boundary, tell them your boundary. Don't hold that back. But don't be doing too much at the same time.
Also like know the type of person that you're talking to and know how to, I guess, curate that. I do not like talking about my feelings. It actually is too stressful. I can't do that. But whenever I do have to confront someone about something, I'm not the type of person to just kind of do it on the fly. I will go into that notes app and I'll write down all the things that I'm feeling, and then I'm going to work through it and be like, okay, this is what I want to say. These are the important things, just to like clarify, like even if it's like something that you didn't intend on doing, this is how it came off, and like this is how I feel, so that like when you're telling someone how you feel, it's not to start a fight. However, if it is to start a fight, girl, go ahead. Go ahead and make it as crazy as you want.
But just know that friendship might not be we'll not be there at the end.
Like just know when you're like when it's time to drop the relationship, or if you really want this person to still be in your life, you need to curate it, and you need to be very very open with how you're saying these things.
And don't be like also when you're saying these things, don't say it rudely, like be careful with the words that you say. Like think about it beforehand.
Especially if what they did to you, you think that they like you interpreted it negatively, even though you think maybe they didn't intend that to be. You also should try, like, intend to do good, and also try to make sure that what you're actually, like, the way that it's portrayed is also in a positive and like constructive criticism-esque type way.
Yes.
Also, I feel like I should turn on the light. It's getting real dark in here.
Oh my god, did you just that was weird. That was weird. Moonbeam ice cream, take it off your blue jeans. Does it feel so mystical?
Okay. Alrighty. Next thing on the list is that being cool is not something that you should strive for. Guys, we live in a nonchalant epidemic. Like, everyone wants to be nonchalant. Everyone wants to like be so mysterious and like so cool. But guys, having interests and having things that you care about and having differences from other people is okay. It's not gonna kill you.
No,
it's not gonna kill you. And I feel like, you know, when you watch one of those coming of age movies, and it's like like Katie from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
She wanted so bad to be one of the cool, like she wanted to infiltrate the cool girls, but then she started trying to be like one of the popular girls.
Yeah.
And then she ended up being an evil person as well. Like she ended up turning into the monster that she was trying to fight from the jump.
I honestly I don't even think that she was like, you know how they're like, oh, become one of the friends with them because like they're the bullies and we're gonna get the bullies out. No, I think genuinely she wanted to be them.
She wanted to be one of them. And some like you can't.
It's like following. It's like sheeps. You guys are sheep.
You're a sheep. You're a sheep. Wake up. Wake up. You're a sheep. like damn. Like you're constantly following trends, following other people. Like, guys, that's so tacky.
You know, I'm actually so tired of TikTok. I scroll on TikTok a bit too much. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not any better than anyone else.
Yeah, real.
But it's like the influencer era. Frick, I can't wait for that to just.
It's end. So like
it's like I'm tired of them selling stuff to us.
Yeah.
Everyone looks the same now.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same jeans. Everyone has the same bags.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, like, is this who we are? Like, where's the uniqueness? Where's the like hobbies or like
like have some like, character.
Yeah, like the quirks that you like outside of this little bubble that we have online.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone's personality is starting to become copy and paste.
They're trying to emulate something that they are not, and sorry, that makes you a fraud. You're a fraud. Like, God forbid I buy leggings from somewhere else other than Lululemon. Does that make me lame? No. Just because I don't have the Lululemon aligned leggings doesn't make me less than. And the fact that you think that it does means you're a loser. Like, you're actually a loser. Like, people who care so much about the way, about like fitting in with the like more popular bunch,
or even like societal norms.
Like you're actually you this may come off as very harsh, but you lack substance, you're a fraud, and you're lame. like
and you're sorry, I feel like I've heard like this on it, like a sound, you know.
Like, you're actually lame, and it's not cool. It's not cool. Just because you think it's cool, it doesn't actually make it cool.
No, literally. It's like, have a different personality.
Yeah,
please.
Just be different. Be yourself. Like, you're actually like, genuinely, when I am around those type of people, I'm like, bruh, this is so boring.
No,
where is the substance? It's like you're constantly like, I don't know, it's just exhausting, and you're not fun to be around. So if you're the type of person who is like, ooh, like I want to be the trendy girl, or I want to like be wearing these clothes so that I look a certain way, or I want to be hanging out with these people because they're cool. Like, you're literally like so boring, and you need to get a life.
And don't take people wrong, because I feel like some people could take this a little bit wrong. Is if this is like, if you like these things, it doesn't make you a bad person per se. It's more so like, if you don't have a care for these things at all, and you do it anyways because you see that everyone else is doing it, is the problem. Because like, I know a bunch of people that are like the trendy girls, but like, I'm not gonna lie, they started the trend type vibe. They already had it going for them. But then you see like on then there's other people that are like, they're just trying to, exactly what you're saying, emulate that on purpose. It's not like their personality. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, if you're about that life, you're about that life. Like, be about that life. But if you're not, and you're just trying to be about that life, we can see through that facade.
That's the thing. We can see through that. And like, you know, when you're scrolling on TikTok and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the new trending skincare in Korea. Oh my gosh, this is the new, get this new lip liner, run, don't walk. Run. Like, does that not get exhausting sometimes? That's what some of you people sound like. And you need to reel it back in, and you need to discover more about yourself.
Exactly. Go into solitude.
Go look for yourself. Find your inner person.
No, literally. My thing is number 2 for cafe. So basically we're on 1 and 1.
Yeah.
2 and 2 right now. Trust in God's plan for you. And I mean this in the most, like, if you're Muslim, everyone knows, like, there is a way that your life is going to plan out based on the decisions you make. And you can, let's say, like, oh my God, I'm not going to get, there's a lot of information in lectures and everything. I won't go too deep into the explanation on how decision making affects the life that is set for you. So basically what I mean by this is don't stress. Don't stress too much about where you're going to be in 10 years. Don't stress about that. Like, live in the present time, be a good person, be true to yourself. And if you're on your deen, if you are doing stuff for the better, your life is gonna pan out so perfectly. Like, there's no reason to stress about anything. That's like one of my number 1 things, and that's what I rely on all the time. Actually, sometimes I'll have something happen to me. Recently, I got a parking ticket. I was like so angry. I was about to cry. Dead ass. I was about to cry. I was like, you know,
it's just what happened.
I did it. That was how it went for me. What is the point of stressing about it? Like, I'm not gonna put my 10 like all my feelings into this, you know. It's like, I know in the future I'll be better than this parking ticket type vibe. Exactly.
You just have to like trust that the plan for like the best thing for you will come, and it's like it's not gonna like it's not going to be the same for every person. Like, it's all like what is the best for one person might look completely different than what's best for you. It's very curated. And so you just need to like trust in that plan, because worrying about small stuff or even kind of big stuff and like constantly worrying about it kind of gets to you. And like, even like my younger sister has been like helping me with this.
But, like, shout out. I stress so much about school and like how it's going to play out and everything. And she's like, girl, take it semester by semester. Why are you thinking about like 10 years, like what you're gonna do next after school? Like, you're not even done school to be even thinking about that. And then to hear that and to know that if I'm meant to finish school, that is what's gonna happen. If it's written down for me, I am going to finish school. So why am I stressed about it? Like, why am I stressed about how it's going? It could go a bit faster. That's one thing that I could control and decide on myself. But if it's meant for me to finish school, it will happen. And it will happen according to Allah's plan. That is the best for me. If that makes sense.
I feel like you're always stressed out about like when you're gonna graduate and things like that. And it's like, girl, just finish the semester out, see what happens next. Like just literally just take it one step at a time. If you're struggling in school, if you're struggling with your finances, if you're struggling with like friendship or relationships, like it literally just needs to pan out. You need to let it pan out, and whatever you feel like is best for you, like whatever decision that you think is like, okay, this is the decision that I'm going to make, that is the best decision for you, because you know yourself best. So if you think it's time for you to take that semester off, if you think it's time to have that difficult conversation with that person that you don't want to, if it's time for you to start a damn budget, like go ahead and do that, but just like know that every new day will be a better day, unless the next day you die.
Oh my God, why did I get shocked by that? That was crazy.
But if you die, you die.
You can't fight death. You can't fight death.
I used to be really afraid of death. And I feel like once my frontal lobe developed, I was actually just like, okay, and
no, literally,
once I die. It's none of my business.
No, literally.
My third thing, get hobbies that will help you better understand yourself. Like,
guys, give us a book. Sorry. Give us a book, because actually, why are we dropping real facts?
No, literally. Where's that book deal? No. Did you see the drama on Book Talk?
No, I didn't.
This Australian guy got on Book Talk. Okay, overnight sensation, 100,000 followers, just like that. Guess what? He has a 2-book deal now from like a traditional publishing house. And like when he was
When
announcing
is that
it,
gonna be my turn?
but the thing is, when he was announcing it, he's like, I'm so excited to write this book. The book hasn't even been written. This man has never put pen to paper.
I hate when they do that shit.
He has never put pen to paper. What the actual effort you talking about? You got a 2-book deal from like Simon and Schuster. I don't know if it's Simon and Schuster, but like from like a big publishing house like
That's
that.
not fair to people that put in the efforts.
Literally.
I'm so sorry. I don't care if it's luck or anything.
Yeah.
I hate luck when it comes to stuff that needs talent.
Yeah.
Okay, be famous, be an influencer. That's fine to have with luck. A writer?
Yeah.
When there's thousands of people aspiring.
And it's not like he's writing a memoir. He's like writing a fantasy novel. Like,
get him out.
Have you seen a draft? Like, have you seen anything of his work? No. Why are you just giving him this deal? That's crazy to me. Anyways, that's what's been going down on book talk if you wanted to know. But yeah, get hobbies, guys. When people told you need to start like just going to school and going home, going to sleep, waking up the next day, going back to school, or going to work, come back home, go to sleep, go back to work. That is a miserable existence. That is so bleak and so bland. And it's like at the end of the day, like when you're like from elementary school to high school, hey, you got to do it. By force, you got to do it by the government. So it's like, get some hobbies while you're in high school, at least while you're at it. Yeah. What's it called? When you get a job, at the end of the day, you're going to have to get a job eventually, unless you want to be like, I don't know.
Poor?
Like, yeah.
Unless you want to be poor.
Like, yeah, you're going to have to get a job eventually. You might get a job that you love, but you might also get a job that you don't like. Mm-hmm. And you need to get hobbies that are going to make you happier, make you feel more productive, strengthen your brain. Because if you're constantly doing the same things every single day, like I know my job like every day is kind of different, but a lot of the tasks that I'm doing are the same tasks every day. Mm-hmm. And so like I need to be able to find things to do that is going to take me out of that constant that constant same exact pattern that I have to do 5 days a week. And so getting hobbies where you find out like the type of things that you're interested in or not interested in, your likes and dislikes, like the type of person that you are. I feel like it's gonna make you a more well-rounded person. Yeah. It's gonna make you more enjoyable to be around, because no one wants to be around a miserable person. Exactly. And I feel like it's gonna better your life. Also, I say things just a little bit too harshly. So if it's too much for you, I'm so sorry, but that's just how I talk. Yeah. So yeah.
I also want to say, getting new hobbies literally any hobby stimulates the brain. Yeah. And if you want to be Alzheimer's or dementia, you want to stimulate your brain now in your 20s throughout your 30s, because the less that you, again, when she was saying about how she does a pattern and everything, it will like kind of like ruin the nerves in your brain. So your brain makes connections with the nerves with every new thing that you learn and everything like that. And the less connections you have in your brain makes your brain weaker as you get older, and that's a link to Alzheimer's and dementia. So
and if you don't want to get like that when you're older, start finding new things to do. Like I remember when I graduated university, I was like, freedom, I'm never gonna learn a single thing after today. And then I started to get it, and then it was when the pandemic hit. I felt a little bit like I was just a lot of not doing much, and I was like, okay, this is brutal. And so you gotta find hobbies to do, or else.
The pandemic, everyone was getting a new hobby. I did glass painting. I did a glass painting of Hinata from Haikyuu.
Oh yeah, you remember that?
OMG. So the pandemic was as much as it was a dark time, being kind of isolated allowed people to like kind of discover themselves again, which was like the best part of the pandemic, even though it was a very dark time.
So and also like when you find hobbies that you want to do, you spend a little bit more time with yourself, and you I feel like a lot of times in your 20s you don't know who you are. Like you're constantly juggling all these different responsibilities and all of these different like things in your life that are constantly changing, that sometimes you can lose the person that you are and like not know like just the basics of yourself. Like what are your boundaries, or what are things that like that make you different from other people, or this, that, and the
what
third.
can you
And
add to the table?
what can you add to the table? Exactly. Give us a fun fact. And if you can't give us a fun fact, that means you need to spend a little bit more time with yourself. And what better than to get a hobby so that you can do that?
Exactly. And to bounce right off of what she was saying, try new things, take chances.
Hell
Guys,
yeah.
we need to realize we are on this earth for only, like, this is our only life on this earth, okay? And time is literally, I was thinking this recently. Time is passing by so quickly, and as you age, time just keeps on passing by faster and faster. And it's like from 19 to 23, I was thinking about, I was like, there were so many things I wanted to achieve like when I was 19 that I never really started. And just imagine if I started those things at 19, I would have been mastering it at 23. And I'm not saying to put a time crunch on anything. I'm just saying, if I did take that chance, if I did try that new thing, then by now I would have actually like been mastering. I would have been doing something crazy with it, you know? It's just like, don't let time pass you by. Really, like truly don't let it pass you by. And just go experience life, please.
Go do something, guys.
Because then when you're older and you're like in your 80s,
your bones are rickety.
No, rickety. You're stuck in that chair, and your grandchildren ask you, "Hey, grandma, what did you do in your 20s?" I was in bed scrolling. How embarrassing would that be?
That is so embarrassing.
Like, imagine, like, when we were asking our like, when I asked Aye or our Wowo, when he like, we were asking him about like when he was in Djibouti in the war. It was so fun. It was like, wow, like that's the life you live. And all I can say for myself is I scroll on TikTok. Crazy. I'm really saying that to myself, truly. Truly, I'm saying a lot of these things to myself. I just haven't applied it yet.
I think also, like, when you always are like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but then you procrastinate it, you procrastinate. Damn, 10 years have gone by and you haven't done it. You haven't started it. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine that. No,
literally, just exactly. Those 4 years passed me by so quickly. And from 19 to 23, like, guys, like, I love writing. I said it. I love writing. Big dream of mine is to publish a book. And and 19, I started on this one novel that I'll write like one full thing for it and then forget about it for like a year, and then I'll pick it up again. And just imagine from 19 to 23, if I was consistent, I would have a full manuscript. Full manuscript, and I'm still working on that damn same novel that I was at 19. And like, and because it's been such a huge time span, I don't even like the original idea that I had. So it's like, just work on those things that you want to do, like achieve, like it'll help you achieve what you want in the future and everything. Try out that new thing. If you're somewhere and you get the opportunity to go bungee jumping, go bungee jumping. I know some of you guys don't mess with that though, but I do. I want to go bungee jumping so bad. I wouldn't. I have a fear of falling. Not falling, of stuff that feels too close to death. Like, anything can happen, bro. Anything could happen, but at the end of the day, if that was written in my cards, I was supposed to go bungee jumping. The next one that I have is eat healthy, guys. Eating healthy genuinely makes such a difference. And I know this sounds so boring and so annoying. As like, we open up with, it's not just about drinking water. No, but like, what's it called? I feel like I sound like a mom when I say this. Guys, eat your vegetables. Like, genuinely eat your vegetables. Get your protein in. Get your fiber in. The lack of fiber in our diets, guys, is going to cause colon cancer. And I don't mean to fearmonger, but we need to start taking care. Like, I'm not saying you cannot eat junk food. Girl, I eat junk food all the time. But you need to balance it out with a little something. You need to balance it out with a broccoli. Maybe a sweet potato. Maybe some sweet potatoes do go hard. No, literally. Maybe some be more balanced. Have some more vegetables. Have some more fruits. Have some more protein. Have some more fiber, and then enjoy all the freaking candy and junk food that you want. Just make sure that you have at least a baseline, because like,
a lot of things that could be affecting you, like your mental health or your physical health, it can very well be tied to your stomach and whatever's going on in there. And if you have any GI issues, like find out if you have celiac disease. Like find out if you are gluten intolerant. Find out if you're lactose intolerant. Find out these things so that you can figure out what you can and can't eat that's going to make you feel better. Because once you feel better, then you'll have more motivation to get new hobbies, try out new things, live a longer life, decrease that risk of getting cancer, decrease your risk in different diseases, and just like it'll make you so happy. Genuinely, when I see a broccoli, it lights up my day.
Yeah, it takes a lot of training to do. If that's like, if you do eat only junk food, it does take a lot of training to like switch your taste buds to like the taste of healthier foods. But it benefits you in the long run so much. Like exactly what Hiba was saying, your mental, your physical, it will, because we're basically running on like our hormones are like our biggest thing that we should take care of, right? So, and if our hormones are relies on the nutrients you get, like vitamin K, vitamin B. Why the hell did I start with vitamin K? Vitamin B, vitamin A, all those things are linked to how your hormones are going to work in your body, and your hormones are linked to how your skin is, how your hair is, how your mental health is, how your brain functions. Like, guys, take care of yourself.
It's gonna make you feel genuinely so much better. And I wish more, like, also, like, I get it, some people are not accustomed to that, but like at the end of the day, you are an adult and you can't live your life constantly being comfortable. Sometimes you gotta be a little uncomfortable. What the F is a broccoli gonna do to you? Is it gonna kill you? Is it gonna kill you and your entire family? No, like, unless you're allergic to broccoli, it's like, you can't limit yourself from doing things because you're just like, no, but I don't like it.
Okay, are you 5?
Are you 5? You're literally a grown adult.
No, literally. And like, do you again? Do you, like, when you're 70 years old and you're struggling with certain things, like God forbid that you do get cancer and stuff like that, and you think to yourself, wow, I wish I picked up that damn carrot and just ate it. Like, you want to, like, taking care of yourself now is not for yourself now, it's for yourself in the future. Like, you don't want to have to struggle in the future due to your diet. You know what I'm trying to say?
And guys, carrots genuinely are so delicious.
I'm not a big fan of carrots, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not. Make a carrot salad. That shit is
I like
good.
carrot cake.
I do like me some carrot cake.
That's because there's sugar in it, and I think I just don't like the texture of a carrot. But that's just me. And because those damn freaking myths saying carrots will make your eyes get better. No.
Yeah, that's a lie.
No, we need to
start being more transparent about the positive effects of food in our bodies, and stop lying to kids saying their eyes gonna get better. I ate hella carrots and look at me. Still wear glasses.
Literally, that's betrayal.
So now what? Yeah.
Betrayal. For my fourth one, I said have more discipline. And again, I don't know why I'm so focused. See, that is my problem. I always focus on being older, but again, everything, all my things are like linking back to like age and like how it helps you grow up, if you will. But anyways, having more discipline. As we get older, guys, the less discipline you have, the harder life gets. I want to say this in the most like easiest way. If you cannot follow a routine, the more stress you have. The routine is gonna make your day go by 10 times better. And not even like I'm happy 10 times better. No, like that was an easy day. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that was, or have more discipline in your hobbies, have more discipline on the food that you eat, have more discipline going to the gym. Just discipline is so important in our lives. And if you need a Pavlov yourself, okay? Get that damn ringer and actually like retrain your brain.
Get that shock collar, because some of y'all need it.
No, literally, and retrain your effing brain, because they tell, like, and I know they say this for children. You need to set your children in a routine, and routine is discipline. But as adults, you need a routine, and that you need discipline for that. And I know it's going to be hard to start. I know, and I'm saying this again, I struggle with this all the time. I want to be able to discipline myself in all aspects of my life, in with my schoolwork, with my wake up time, with my religion, everything. Those are all things that I struggle with myself, but at least I'm self-aware of it, and I am trying to make effort to like fix that. Because, and if you struggle with discipline, just start slow. So how about, okay, today for the rest of the week, I'll wake up at not even 6 a.m. I'll wake up at 7 a.m. to make it a little bit easier, and set that routine for the rest of the week. And then once you have that shit on locks, you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna add a new thing to
exactly.
Just slowly build yourself up, and don't. One thing that I struggled with is giving myself so many new things to like do, and I'm like, oh wow, this is too much for me, and I just give up on everything. Do one by one. Do things that are like, okay, you want to discipline yourself on the gym. Okay, go to the gym twice a week and do that for 2 weeks, and then add another day. You know, it's like it's stuff like that. It's you have to take it slow, but once you get there, you're in it. I'm talking about in it.
Like for the longest time, I was really bad at flossing, and I just, I'm not doing that. And then I got my Invisalign taken off, and then I went to the dentist. They gave me a cleaning, and they gave me a real good cleaning. They were like, yeah, we're gonna have to do this in 2 sessions. Oh my God. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be a little spicy. And I said, oh, maybe I should start flossing. And like, it took me a really long time to do it every single day. Like, there are still some days where I'm like, I won't floss today, but it's like few and far in between, versus years go by of me not flossing. But now I'll be flossing every day.
And it took you
it took me a while. I still have my off days, but I do it more often than I don't. Like, I do it more times out of the week than I don't. And that's good enough for someone who went from never flossing to consistently doing it.
Exactly. And if you have an off day, just restart. Don't give up. Okay, you forgot to floss today. Okay, next day doesn't mean you have to forget to floss again. No, do it. Just do it. Restart. Yeah, like
because I'll usually floss at night. If I forget to floss at night, or if I'm just like, I'm not doing that, floss the next morning when you brush your teeth. Simple as that. Because genuinely, flossing is like one of those things where you're like, oh, it's like something that I should be doing, but it's like so tedious and it's so like annoying to do. But now, because I'm like, I'm doing when I was doing, I've kind of reeled it back in. When I was doing my 10-step skincare routine, I'm like, damn girl, you can do all of this, you can put all this stuff on your face, but you can't floss your teeth. You gotta pick and choose.
No, literally. And
so you have to swap out other things. Like, I was like, okay, there's no reason why I need to be putting 5 different serums on my face. Let me minimize that, and I'll have more time to be flossing and to be brushing my teeth for 2 minutes straight.
Yep.
Like, you just need to you need to do them slowly. You need to build it up one by one, and you need to just try and stay consistent with it. If you miss a day, who cares?
Exactly.
It's not the end of the world. What are you, Chicken Little? Is the sky gonna fall?
That movie is a fever dream. I think it's one of the best movies, though. I love Chicken Little.
Key, when that came on the TV, I was like, I'm sad.
Yeah, no, they started doing a musical number with the sky was falling.
My next one is slow and steady wins the race, guys. So I promise you, those little fables, is that what they're called?
Fables, yeah.
They were right. The tortoise and the hare. Actually, I don't know how that story ends. The tortoise wins?
The tortoise wins because the hare was
he got injured.
No, he didn't even get injured. He was too egotistical because he was like, oh, I got this, I'm fast, and you're slow. But patience and his will to win.
Period. Slow and steady genuinely wins the race, guys. You don't need to be like, I feel like oftentimes, like, it goes back to like comparing yourself to other people. Be like, oh my gosh, this person graduated before me, or this person I'm still working my part-time job and this person's already moved on to like their big girl job. And like, guys, that big girl job is coming for you.
Yeah.
That diploma, that degree, it is coming for you.
Yes.
Like, if you need to take more time, it's like, if you need to take more time, it's because you just need to take more time. That doesn't make you any less than someone else. Like, if it was not meant for me, it was genuinely just not meant for me right now, and it will come in due time, inshallah. And you just need to have faith that it's going to happen. And if you need to take more time to do it, take more time, because no one does everything at the same exact pace. There are things that I will do, like when I'm at work, there are certain tasks that I will do faster than one of my other coworkers, or there's something that they will do that's faster than the way that I do it. And that's just because they get that in a quicker way than I get it, and I get things in a quicker way than other people get it. So it's like, you just need to figure out where your strengths are, and like work on that, but then also work on where you might be straggling a little bit, but also know that just because it's going slower than expected doesn't inherently mean that it's bad. It could work out for the best in the end. Like, if you come to something a lot later in life, you're gonna appreciate it so much more, and like, you've had so much time to like grow and to learn that it's like these things will be so much better for you in the long run. Exactly.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that, especially like with me struggling with university and me thinking too hard about other people graduating way before me. But I don't care anymore.
Like, who cares?
Like, I have the average lifespan of a human is 80 years old. I have like what?
You got so
40 more years to go. Like, wow.
No, you have 60 more years to go.
Okay, yeah, that just scared me. I feel like 40 was like
40, damn.
Like, time is ticking.
Yeah.
60 more years to go. Like, I am not, like, retirement is not even close. Like, I don't know why we stress so much about timelines. Like, girl, everyone works on a different... You will go to university and you will see a 50-year-old man there. Yeah. Not to say what he's doing is bad. No, congrats. Like, wow, I love when people go back to school. But everyone's just working on their own time. Like,
also, the longer that you're in school, the longer you go with not having to pay for your student loans. So.
Period. Yep. Be a
lifelong student. Be a lifelong learner.
Exactly. Especially, like, have you heard about those things where people are like, oh, I feel like I said this before. Wow, I'm having deja vu. I don't know what to do with my life. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna get a master's.
Yeah. Just go back to school.
Literally.
Like, who cares? It's fine.
To bounce off of hers, starting over is not ends all. Like, guys, let's actually just be real and not like hate ourselves when we have to like restart. And I feel like, again, we're like kind of like bouncing off of all the things that we've said before, but this is very important to mention. Like, when you start over, you're getting the chance to use all the knowledge that you learned from that one like trial, if you will, if that I could use that, like from that past that you've done, and you get to apply it to this new time that you're restarting with whatever project it is, whatever relationship it is, or whatever it is. Like, you are much more wiser when you approach it again. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like nothing will ever be complete unless you start over at least 3 times. Like,
it's just giving you like a second and third chance to do something, and you need to take those chances when you can.
Exactly.
Because you should be grateful for them, because it's giving you another chance to do it in a different way than you did in the beginning, and allow you to like see things from a different perspective, from a more knowledgeable perspective.
And take in like, you know, when you like, let's say you completed a poem, okay, and you get a whole bunch of people to like, you get an editor, you get an expert in like, or like somebody to give you review or feedback and like tell you how it hits them. Let's say you write this poem 3 years ago. You come back to it, and those are a whole set of fresh eyes. Like, you're re-seeing what you wrote in a whole different perspective. First of all, you don't have the same connection that you had with that poem before, so you could look at it in a more critical lens. And it's just it sucks to start over, but at the same time, don't think it's like oh, you lost. Like, starting over is very beneficial. And if you don't have to start over, that's also great as well. But like, don't like stress about it.
Just because you have to start over doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It can always be a blessing in disguise.
Exactly. Or even like university students. I seen a girl go back to school at like 27, and the way that I was like, yes, like first of all, your frontal lobe is developed. Like, you won't play so no more. Like, it's gonna be so much of a better experience. You know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. It's like everything happens for a reason. Period.
Like just chill, bruh. Chill.
Stop stressing.
My next one is being the grandma friend is not lame, guys.
Period.
Just because you want to go to bed. I think it's easier said as a Muslim girl, because I don't like go out and like party and go to the club and do all these things. So I feel like being the grandma friend is a little bit easier, but going to sleep early, having a nice like routine that you wait, like if you're the type of person who you wake up in the morning, you make yourself a nice cup of joe and you go and you look outside, you take your robe, you put it like, ooh, and you just like look out the window. Like, it's not lame. If you want to go to bed early, if you want to learn how to crochet, if you do knitting, if you
Knitter. Sorry.
Knitter. Why'd they say that?
I know.
I still think it's fake.
No,
is it fake? Is it real? I don't know. But why did they all say that?
I don't know where that came from, but it's just stuck in my brain.
From Arthur?
Oh yeah.
They were yelling at him, going knitter.
That's so funny.
So scary. Imagine you go to school, everyone's calling you knitter.
Wow, that's a way to slide in a slur.
If you wanna spend your time reading your little books, if you want to be passionate about teas, and you like to knit and you like to crochet and you like to do just like quote unquote boring things, hey, if it entertains you, it entertains you. And if someone that you know has a problem with that, girl, why do you even have a problem with that? Is it your life? No, literally. You need to back up and you need to mind your own business. Because at the end of the day, if what you're doing is not hurting anyone, if what you're doing is affecting just you and you only in a positive way, whatever anybody else has to say about it means nothing. You know, like when you're trying to get your shit together, you're working out in your room and someone walks in and you have to pretend like you weren't doing anything. Like, why do I have to pretend like I wasn't doing anything? I'm doing something to better my life. Does that have anything to do with you? No, it's not embarrassing.
Like when you're journaling and
literally I'm like, oh my god, look away. Like, it's not embarrassing at all. It's not like, feel free to do it, because at the end of the day, if someone else has a problem with it, they've got their own shit that they need to deal with.
No, and they're a loser.
And you're literally lame.
Care? Like why would you care what I like to do? And honestly, perfect surround yourself with be careful with the people you surround yourself, because if people don't share the same values, the same morals, the same likes, and I'm not saying that you have to have all the same things, but at the same time you should look for friends that complement what you believe in. At least don't go for friends that we're Muslim girls, okay? I find it hard personally to have friends that are not Muslim, and not to say that they're bad people. It's just when they want to go, what's fun for them is not fun for me. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what's fun for them is prohibitive for me. So that's what I mean. Like, to surround yourself with people that share the same morals, same values. And I have a few friends that are not Muslim, but like they get it. I rock with them heavy. So if you want to do whatever you want to do and be in bed by like 9 p.m. and be the grandma and whatnot, your friends shouldn't care, because you surrounded yourself with the right people. You guys need to really like treat it like you're approaching a marriage.
Yeah.
Actually, like, don't act like you're like, don't like be like, you didn't text me back, I hate you. Like,
yeah,
you know, like, oh, you went out with your other friends, you cheated, like, type vibe.
Yeah,
like, I don't want you to treat it like a relationship, but treat it like a marriage where it's like, this is a partnership, almost. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you're getting what I'm trying to say. Like,
friends?
Yeah, with your friends, because you want, if you want to have a long lasting friends, you have to have people. Again, this is what you look for in marriage. So low-key, like, just treat it like an effing marriage, guys. Choose your friends like you're choosing your husband, okay? And be less critical, like, because you have to be more critical on the husband you're choosing. That is like for life. You can't get out of
that's
that.
your for life work.
So like, approach it more casually, but keep in mind, you don't want to be surrounded by people that are evil, rude, and then when they do something wrong, people are gonna think that's who you are, because people always think about their, like, who. When I see an influencer get into drama, and I'm like, let's say James Charles, okay, not even drama, but this dude is evil, okay,
crazy man.
Everyone that he's friends with, I look at them a little funny. Like, why are you friends with him? Actually,
why are you still friends with him when you know the things that he's done?
Exactly. So like, that's why it's very important to choose your friends wisely. Like, you have to be careful with who you choose, and don't just choose your friends because, oh, that's the popular girls. Like, I want to be a part of the popular girls. No, don't do that.
Because like, if you don't vibe with them, you're always gonna be so like, you're not gonna have a fun time when you're around them, and you want to have a fun time when you're with your friends. You want to have someone who you're comfortable around, who you can have a laugh with, who you can have a cry with, who you can depend on. But like, if you're hanging out with people who don't align with you, just like on a vibe basis, like, you're not gonna, it's not going to be the best friendship, and you're constantly going to be overthinking all of your friendships, and it's just exhausting. It's just exhausting. Like, I feel like the theme that we got going on is just stop trying to make your life more difficult. Like,
that's literally like, like, just like really like know yourself to like live a little bit better.
And like, this isn't to say that you can't have acquaintances, like you can't have coworkers that you hang out with at work, like you can't have people that you hang out with at school. Like, this isn't to say that you need to isolate yourself from other people. Like, talk to people who have different views to you. Just like, you don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to welcome them into your friendship circle, because the people who are in your friendship circle, they need to be people who have the same values as you, like fundamental values. Like, I'm not going to be friends with someone who is a Pierre Poilievre stan. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that.
Exactly. Like,
I'm not doing
that. Let's say like Hebo likes perfect. Lately, you, Emmy, and Shina have been really, really rocking with the Labubus. I hate the Labubus. I think they're evil. They're industry plant. Like, I do not rock with those dudes, or whatever their genders may be. Okay. And that's a different like value, I guess. It's perspective. So, but it's like
fine. It's like Kathy doesn't like Labubus, but she also isn't like a racist. like it's fine if she doesn't like a Labubu, but when she's like, actually, like if she was just fundamentally a bad person, like if she was pro-Israel, like, I'm not gonna be friends with you, because that actually just shows that you're actually crazy on the inside. I'm not being friends with you.
People that have friends that like, oh, we have different political views.
No,
guys, actually drop them, because when it comes down to World War III happening, they are not your friends.
They're not gonna have your back.
I need something about World War III. That's real serious. Okay, continue.
Like, you need that. You are the company that you keep. So if you don't want to be a terrible person, don't hang out with terrible people.
Period.
And some people, hey, at the end of the day, some people are just terrible, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Like, like they can think that they're not a terrible person, but I can see right through. You're pure evil.
No, literally. And I feel like your 20s is about your friendships. Really, truly. Like, yes, it's the norm to get married in your 20s and everything. But even then, most people are not popping out babies in their 20s or like early 20s type vibe. That they can't hang out with a friend or two. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's really the time to hone in on your like lifelong friendships. And I think right?
Yeah.
Like,
and like with friendships as well, it's like put some effort into them. Like,
yes. Oh, I need to work on that. I need to start. But I feel like I put effort in like, if I know you really, really need me, I'll be there.
Yeah.
If I get a call, if I'm not busy though, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not busy, I'll answer.
Yeah.
But like, if there's a hangout, I will try to I will be there at that hangout unless I actually have good reasons not to be.
Yeah.
Texting is not my forte, but if there's plans, I'm there. You know, like
but you have to like like. Your friend will know that you're just not a good texter, and they just need to understand. But. Or like, I feel like you're a bad texter with a lot of people, but with certain people, you will just text them back.
Yeah. If it's usually, I'm not gonna lie, if it's usually in a group chat, you won't see my face in there. But if I get personal text, I will text back. I will.
Yeah. So like, put some effort into your friendships. Don't ditch people to hang out with the cool crew, or to like. Or like, if you're this boy obsessed person,
oh my goodness,
like don't
that triggered me.
Yeah, no, literally, like, don't ditch your friends to go hang out with your boyfriend, or to go hang out with the boy that you're talking to. Like, if you made plans with your friend, keep those plans with your friends.
That happens. That literally happens. I've experienced where it's like, oh, these plans have been set for months.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden this little boy comes into town and you're running.
Yeah,
you're effing running.
Don't piss me off.
That actually pisses me off.
Because I'll kill him.
No, literally, I'll kill him and you.
Yeah.
Double homicide.
Both of them. And it's like, and like, if you're constantly, like, if you are the boy crazy friend, go lock yourself in a room, solitary confinement. You make me sick. Like, you actually make me sick. Be with, like, have a boyfriend, like, have a guy that you like. Don't make it everything.
Don't make it your personality.
Don't make it your entire personality.
It happens really, really, like, you don't even notice it too.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like, most people don't notice that that's who they became. Yeah, but that's because you're not spending enough time with yourself.
Yeah, to bring it back to earlier. You need to find out who you are. You need to look within yourself. That's why solitary confinement in front of a mirror, and you need to have a second to talk to yourself.
And tell yourself all about your boyfriend and
then what? And then now you talked about everything about your boyfriend. Now what? What do I like? Like, girl, what's my favorite color? I don't know anymore. I don't know who's my friend. I don't know anymore, because all I care about is this effing boy who probably stinks.
No,
he probably has doo-doo crumbs in his butt. Oh my god, guys, being in your like, come on, guys, just.
And also, some friends are freaking sneaky. Their friends are freaking sneaky, and for some reason they stay friends with them. Yeah, like, they could be done so wrong. Let's say there's a boy that I like, and then all of a sudden
you're with that boy.
Like, and all of a sudden you're friends. Like, when did that happen? It's like, that happens in so many situations. Like, I feel like people don't freaking watch TV anymore. Guys, yes, you can watch TV to be entertained, but sometimes take some notes when you watch TV, because it feels like a movie, but this shit happens in all real life. Time. Yeah. Okay.
Betrayal is real, guys.
Like, people, and then you guys are frolicking in a field together, holding hands, like nothing just happened, like you weren't just betrayed.
Yeah, don't be silly, guys. Don't let yourself be okay, this is the whole friendship thing. Okay, make time for your friends. Don't let yourself be walked all over, and like not let to have boundaries with your friends, and don't ditch your friends for random men. And I don't care if he's not a random man. I don't care if you guys have been together for 5 years. Don't ditch your friends for him, and stop, and don't invite him places. My god, I don't want to hang out with your boyfriend. One time my friend invited her boyfriend over, like we were all at her house, and she invited her boyfriend over because we were gonna like have dinner or whatever, and me and my other friend were like, bro, get him out of here. Like, he's actually so annoying. Like, sure, you like him, but I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to like your boyfriend. So, like, leave him out of this.
But also, it's like you like your boyfriend for these qualities that one I will never get to experience. So I won't ever even like. First of all, it would be weird for me to even like your boyfriend. Period.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I can't kiki like a girl when a boy's around.
No, for real, it's different. Like, it's different.
The
hey, I'm scared of you. Gone. Yeah, I'm scared of you, and I don't want to be around you. Actually, I'm uncomfortable.
Literally, like I want it to be like, oh, my boyfriend's picking me up.
Yeah,
and then hi, bye,
and
that's it. Like,
don't invite him to the function. Don't invite him to the function. I swear to God, if you invite him to the function, I'm gonna smack you in the face. I'm gonna pull you aside. I'm gonna tell you, get your boyfriend out of here, because he's pissing me off.
No, literally,
he didn't even do anything. He's just his presence is pissing me off.
Yeah, I know. It's just keep it at a distance.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, be who you are. But if you are an annoying person, don't, and fix that.
No, literally.
And sometimes, hey, when I was younger, I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, hey, sometimes you're annoying. Hey, sometimes, because sometimes you're just annoying, and that's completely okay. If you're the annoying friend, like, sometimes, wallah, you just have to look at yourself and be like, I am. And it's either you are going to continue to be annoying, so you need to accept the fact that maybe people don't want to hang out with you anymore. Yeah. Or you need to be like, okay, this annoyingness that I am exhibiting is just unnecessary. I'm doing absolutely too much for no reason. Fix it.
No, literally. And sometimes you kind of can tell what you're doing by yourself. Yeah, you do it without thinking about it when you first do it. Mm-hmm. Like, no one is ever trying to be annoying. Yeah. But like, I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you could clock your own annoyingness. Yeah. So why do it more?
More? Reel it in. Reel it in. Be a little bit more demure.
Get a fishing rod and put it away.
Yeah. And this isn't to say like when you're being weird. It's like you can be weird and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But when you're being like when you have that one friend who's being annoying, you're just like, okay, you're doing way too much. You need to start seeing that within yourself. Mm-hmm. And like understand that without that annoyingness that they're exhibiting, they're a good person. Like, I still like hanging around with them. They just need to fix that up. You need to fix that up too, because chances are someone's thinking that about you.
Yes.
Have some more.
Like, you're not perfect. Everyone has everyone can work on themselves. Okay?
Exactly.
No one's a perfect person.
Every day you got to work with yourself. Figure it out. Okay. Being a constant complainer is exhausting. Hey.
Yeah.
I like to complain as much as the next person. It's so much fun. But when that's your personality traits, when that's all you do, when you show up to work and all you're doing is complaining about something, when you're hanging out with your friends and all you're doing is complaining about something, and it's like the same thing every single time.
Like, give us some variety at least.
Exactly. Sometimes when you sit down and you have to hang out with your homegirls, you gotta let some complaining out. Something happened in the work day, something happened to you last week, like you need to complain about it. That's completely fine. I welcome it. But when it's like when you complain about the exact same thing on multiple occasions, which people have already like given you advice on, talked with you about, like if you've already had these discussions with people about this topic and you keep complaining about it but are doing nothing to resolve the whatever you're complaining about, you are so annoying and so exhausting to be around. I don't want to talk about that all the time.
Yeah. It's always like hyper focused on certain things too. Yeah. And it's like I find like friendships are kind of like you complain, like I think we both complain about different things, but it's always warranted in my opinion. Like I do the same thing with actually I don't do the same thing with my other friends. Real. Well, with my other friends I don't see them as much, so it's more like we catch up and we share like what's going on in our lives. But like when it comes to like bar starts group chat, like I feel like we're able to do that because it's like, oh, we're just it's in the conversation, and it's not like if you're gonna complain and you're gonna only make it about yourself, that's when I find that's my limit. Like, I'm not. Sometimes I tend to think that I make stuff about myself, but I feel like that's me relating. Like if somebody tells me something, and I'm like, oh yeah, like that happens to me, and I also think that's just a good way for a conversation to flow. But some complainers, will be like complain about one thing, and then you're like, yeah, and like you'll try to say like, oh my god, that happened to me too, and they'll shut you down and continue to complain.
Yeah, like that's so annoying.
That becomes just you wanting to be validated, and you don't really care about that friend.
Yeah,
like you just complain, especially when they're complaining about a boy. Sorry, I heard this like 10 times already.
Drop him. Like if you have this many things to complain about him for, I'm sorry. Just leave. Literally. Especially when you're in the talking stage and you guys are already, these are all the issues that you're having already. You have enough things to complain about. You guys aren't even locked in like that. Yeah. You need to let that man go. You need to let that man go. And you need to have some, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Have like some more pride. Ugh.
Have some more pride. Yeah, damn.
Olive's freaking hair is all over me now. I just picked him 2 seconds ago. What?
Yeah, he sheds. He's a shedder.
That's crazy shedder.
Or like so it's like when you complain about the same things over and over again, or when you make everything about yourself, but also when you complain about really tone deaf things, like when you complain about how miserable your life is, when it's like,
and that's the like they again hyper focus.
Yeah, it's like, hey, have you ever tried being grateful for once in your life? Yeah. Like, have you ever tried, like, I don't know, looking out your window and smelling the fresh air and being like, hey, you know what, everything's gonna be okay, instead of constantly complaining about things in your life, which like I understand we're not supposed to play the oppression Olympics or the we shouldn't be competing.
Every time I think about the oppression Olympics, I think about Ginny and Georgia. I don't know who it was, that Ginny and Georgia show where he's like
I can twerk better than you,
and I don't see you pounding back a jerk chicken like
oh my god, no, like, literally.
Let's play this game.
Because if you want to play that game, if you want to talk about how hard your life is, let me talk about it too. But the thing is, I'm not annoying, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. Oh my!
He said he wants a view. Let him have a view.
I'm not gonna do that, because guess what? It's tone deaf and it's annoying. I live a very privileged life. Alhamdulillah. And sometimes you actually just need to be grateful about things in your life, and you cannot complain about every little thing, because you like. He's not gonna kill me.
Okay, period.
Like, yeah, when you complain about such tone deaf things, and like, so when you're so entitled about things that you complain about, you come off as just a very like you just come off very entitled and very annoying and very like, I don't want to listen to you talk anymore. The sound of your voice in my ear is actually going to make me scream at you. So stop. Yeah. The more that you complain to me about stupid shit, and not like dumb things like, oh my god, this person bumped into me in the hallway. Okay, that's dumb shit that I want to hear you complain about. But if it's dumb shit with a capital D, every single time you say something about that, just know I'm annoyed. Yeah. And I will make it obvious. No, I feel like you complain about very, very valid things. Okay. Like,
I don't know. Like, I'm like trying to like really figure out like what's a good example. I can't think about what that's why I'm like.
No, you know what is a good example? Okay,
I get it.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or
literally,
like,
pack it up and open up that journal.
Put that in. Sorry. But open up that journal. Put it in there. I don't want to hear it anymore. Literally. It was cute the first time. I'm gonna shoot you the next time. Stop complaining. You're pissing me off. Yeah. At the end of the day, you're pissing me off.
Literally. Like, just complain, but switch up the complaining.
Yeah. Keep it surprising. Keep me on my toes. I don't want to hear about the same old shit all the time. Like, it's actually so annoying.
It's like, freaking stop it. Just I do hate a complainer when it's hyper focused on the same thing, and it's like, girl, I gave you, like you were saying, I gave you the advice 10 times. Like,
yeah. Why
and
are
at that point, you don't respect me.
Yeah.
You don't effing respect me because you're not effing taking my advice.
You're not listening. You're like, it's looking like every time that I say something to you is going in one ear, out the other. So you don't value what I'm saying in our friendship? Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So you're a piece of shit, huh?
Exactly. I always take offense to it when they don't take my
No,
advice.
literally.
It's like, first of all, why do you ask me for advice to begin with?
Yeah, if you're not going to take it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's a repetitive behavior. I've had that happen to me with the same people.
Yeah.
Over and over again. I'm like, they'll be like, oh, okay, but like, girl,
But
okay,
like,
but like,
us.
yeah, but like, go hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Like, get off my line.
Yeah. Don't piss me off.
That's not to like that hasn't happened with me to any of my friends that I have now though. So
Yeah, shout out to you guys for real.
For my next point, let me pull it out actually because I don't remember it. Is to ask for help when you need it, guys. I love relating things back to Islam, okay? And I know that don't quote me on anything because I'm not sure if I'm saying stuff correctly.
We're not scholars, guys.
Exactly, we're not scholars. I'm taking stuff from the dome. I probably only heard once, okay? So they say before, you know, like the du'as or the prayers that you pray to ask Allah for something. Subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yeah.
Yeah, okay. They say to first find the answers with people that are knowledgeable about that subject. And again, like, you can try to figure everything out yourselves, but at the same time, you don't have like
your knowledge is limited.
It's very limited, and like I find that people have like really big prides and egos. It's almost shameful to like be like, oh my god, I need a helping hand. So it's like they will keep on trying to do it themselves for like they'll try to do it themselves until they fail. That's basically what I'm trying to get to, and that's like really effing bad. And I am low-key that type of person. I could talk about it. I will tell people this is what's going on, but do I ask for the help to figure it out? No, I just complain about it. Oh my god, and right after
oh my god, dun, dun, dun.
I'm a complainer. I'll complain about it without looking for advice or help, and I think that's one thing that I struggle on is, yo, I'm not gonna lie, but I say yo, I'm not like, people are very generous. Like, you don't let them be generous, so you don't know that people are generous, but people will give you a helping hand when you need it. Like, you need help with you need an extension, ask for help. I used to struggle with that so bad because I was scared of my professors, but then all of a sudden last semester I need extension on this, that, the third, and they will 9 times out of 10 10 times out of 10 they will grant you that extension. You just have to be respectful and do it on their terms. Like, if they say don't ask for an extension the day of, don't effing ask for an extension the day of. What are you
also
doing?
Be a little bit smarter. Don't ask for an extension the day of.
Like don't be effing dumb, you know. It's so just be like, put your pride aside and just ask for help. Like, I know that your 20s are like such a like it's a confusing time. It's really truly a confusing time. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't know how to do it, and you don't know like when to do it, basically.
And you also are only in your 20s. Like, there are so many things that my mom knows that I have not gotten there yet. And so you need to ask about these things, or else you're just not gonna know. How are you supposed to learn if you're not asking? Or like I find that when I start working places, I ask, hey, some of you places need to do better with your training for your employees because you're doing a terrible job. Because I would have to ask so many questions. But guess what? I asked so many questions for the first week. Now I'm a freaking pro. Okay?
She's a genius.
But I know people who have been on the job longer than me, still don't know how to do a damn thing. And you know what I noticed in those people? They don't ask for help when they mess something up. They try and figure out how to do it on their own instead of asking for help, and that's just creating unnecessary time and stress for everybody else. So just ask for help. Literally. You think you're gonna ask for help and someone's gonna shoot you in the head? Like, no. Shoot that boy in the head. Like, you think like You think immediately after you ask someone for help, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're so stupid," haha, laugh in your face and walk away? No, they'll probably
and
be like,
they
"Oh,
do that. They have serious problems. Actually,
yeah, they're actually
There's
weird.
something wrong with them.
Yeah,
which ties perfectly into
guys. Build your community, please, for the love of
Eva
God.
has been saying this for the longest time.
Build your community. It's so like when it's all said and done, if you have no community, who the hell do you got?
No, literally.
Because at the end of the day, it's like the people in your circle who teach you life lessons, who listen to you when you have something that you need to say, that you need to let out. They're the ones who encourage you to do better. They're the ones who call you out on your bullshit.
Yeah.
Like without a community, and if you like, guys, we are so lonely. We are so lonely. We need to start connecting with one another because this earth is not a safe space.
It's not. It's not.
It's getting more and more tumultuous. And I don't mean to fear monger, but like you can just tell. Word. Period.
Yeah.
I don't mean to fear monger, but you can just tell that the world is coming in increasingly like not a great place to be in, and so you need that community to help you keep your sanity. Because at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? Go out to outer space? No,
you're not doing Mars.
That. You got the funds. And what the hell is gonna happen when you're out in Mars? Nothing.
You're not even gonna be able to breathe,
and you won't even be able to watch TikToks in Mars. So now what? Now what? What is there to live for? I have a tear that's waiting.
Yeah, I was about to stop. Are you sad?
No, I yawned at some point and the tear never dropped.
At you, if you're gonna see the video, I was looking at you. I was like, is she about to cry?
Yeah, like your community is going to be there for you, like hell or high water, and also like you just need to surround yourself with with like people.
Yeah,
you can't be so isolated all the time.
Humans are social creatures.
Yeah,
it's crazy how independent we've became and like individualistic, but we are meant to be very social. Like we're meant to be like have different perspectives and everything, and interact with those different perspectives and stuff like that. And like whenever you hear any like saying and stuff like that, it's like it takes a village to raise a kid. There's so many like values. I don't know what they're called, these quotes or whatnot, but there's so much traditions of having a community in our history, and we're I don't know what's wrong with our generation. No, we're probably like the shittiest generation ever, actually. Not in the sense of technology. We're definitely the best in the sense of technology, but in the arts, in the community aspect, in the culture aspect, we're downhill. Literally the worst generation. Yeah.
And especially for like kids of the diaspora, it's like, okay, we don't have that same connection to like where our roots are from, the same way that our parents did, the same way that our grandparents did. So we have to like, unless we want to lose all of our culture, like we need to huddle together, and we need to make space for us, because if I can barely speak Somali, what's gonna happen to my kids?
Ooh, the way I'm shipping my kids to Somalia.
No, Djibouti, dead ass. And like the individualism and like this like hyper individualistic society that we live in today, it is a scam made by the West. It is a scam, and it is a result of colonialism and white supremacy, and you need to find your people and you need to band together, okay,
so we can overrule the West.
Period. No, like you literally need to find community when like.
And it's like not just community, but communities, like for different aspects in your life, for different like Somali communities, communities for your friendships, communities for this and that third, you know,
like join clubs, find people who are interested in things. Find people who know stuff about things that you want to learn about. You need to, because when the zombie apocalypse happens, who's gonna pull up with you? You need that community.
Who's gonna be your colony if you don't know anyone?
Exactly. And like it's like what is that thing called? I don't know what it's called, but like, say you are struggling to pay rent, your community members can raise money for you. They can pitch in. Say you locked yourself out of your apartment, you don't know where your keys are, you can stay over at someone's house, like, for the night. When you like, say your car breaks down, you can call someone to help you, like, they are there for you in your times of need, and they're also there for you to learn from. So you need to start building that
good
up.
Neighbor.
Be a good neighbor.
Be a good, like,
love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor for real.
Like, actually, and like, I love to like refer to our grandma, because our grandma is known in our community, in the Somali community. She is known for what she has done. Like, growing up, Ayeo's house was the house to be at, like, not just for our, like, for me, but for her own kids. Like, Daryl would always tell me, our aunt, she's like, everyone in that neighborhood was in that damn house. Like, everyone called her Ayo, and that's community. I want to be like a part of somebody's, like, to like bring people together, almost, you know what I'm trying to say. And this is our community, our little podcast. Oh my god. Literally, I might shed a tear. For my 8th,
on a completely different note.
on a whole, I know we were being very harmonious earlier, but on a completely crazy note, be specific with your insurance claims, guys. I'm not even gonna say too much about this, actually. When you do insurance claims, you get in an accident, if you need to wait a little bit because you're a little shaken to get your facts right, wait that time, because realistically they won't really get mad at you for taking a little bit of time to claim your insurance after a hit or something. But I made the bad mistake of saying I got hit on a yellow light, and because it was the other girl's right of way in Ontario, it became 100% my fault, and I paid crazy amount of insurance. But realistically, that wasn't the truth. She ran the red light, so it would have been at least 50-50, or even her 100% her fault, because she didn't abide the law. So just be careful with what you say on your insurance claim, because they will make it hard for you to fight it afterwards. And also, don't get suspicious insurance. Like, you need to call those people on the phone. I got online insurance. Guys, do your research. Like talk to people who have insurance, like who have car insurance. Ask them, like, oh, who are you with? How's your experience been? Guys, talk to people. If you have a community, you can do that.
Your community members will know the best one to get with.
Exactly.
My 9th one is to take care of your self-care. Guys, you need to start pampering yourself a little bit more. If that means you need to take a bath, that means you need to take a bath. If that means that you need to go outside and you need to take your socks off and you need to sink your feet into the grass to ground yourself, go ahead and do that. Because when you're so caught up in like all of these external factors in your life, and like you're constantly stressed out about like just so many different things that happen in your day-to-day life, if you don't take the time to like sit with yourself and be like, okay, girl, let's put on a face mask. Let me close the iPad, turn off TikTok, and just like put on a face mask when you're just in silence. Just in silence, or make sure that meditate. You have a really good morning and night routine. Like things like that will really help you unwind or get ready for your day, so that you're not throwing yourself into the unknown very like scarily. Because whenever you go to work and you're running late, you're so stressed out on the way to work, you're so stressed out at work, you come into work sweaty because you're just like, oh my god. But if you have a nice routine going on, you make sure that you go to bed on time. Like, obviously this doesn't happen every day, but like make sure that you take the time to do right by yourself, so that you show up in other people's lives as the best version of you.
Exactly. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't love not even love yourself, if you don't take care of yourself physically, people say feel good, feel good,
look good, feel good.
Yeah, look good, feel good. And I believe in that. Like, if I feel shitty or look shitty, like I haven't washed my face, my face is oily, I will not have a good day at work. I'll be constantly thinking about my skin. So
guys. get your skincare routine in check, your shower routine in check. Like, I don't know if you need to if you need to paint your nails so that you don't freaking bite into them, do that. Do little things to take care of yourself so that everything else just feels a little bit more chill.
Yeah, it will definitely help with the stress factor. On top of what she was saying, feed your effing soul. Feed your soul, and that's like taking care of your inner self will promote better life, better quality of life, and like it gives a way to like it gives us a sense of fulfillment. I feel like it's hard to live life without a goal in mind. Because then, like, let's say you get that job, okay, you have this job, and then like,
now what?
Like it's hard to just stay stagnant in life, you know what I'm trying to say? So like when you feed your soul with like spiritually, for me it's Islam, like always thriving to be a better Muslim, or like taking in my surroundings, taking in nature and stuff like that, and like again what you were saying, grounding myself to the world, if that makes sense. Grounding myself makes me feel like a hippie.
Dude, I put my feet in the grass the other day, and it was the most magical experience of my life.
Why can't we go back?
It was so incredible
when we were children and taking off our shoes,
running around barefoot.
We need to get back to that 100%. And like to continue on that, so like giving yourself, doing these things truly, like it feeds your mind, your body, your emotions are much better and stuff like that. And like it's so simple. Like even reading is feeding your soul, because you're getting like sorry, what's the word? Let me find that real quick. I wrote notes on this, guys.
Period.
I wrote effing notes.
She came prepared.
Nurturing the brain is very important, like reading, and that goes back to my whole thing about having Alzheimer's and dementia. Like you're promoting good brain health, and when you promote good brain health, again, that's you're taking care of your inner self. Like if you could think better, you could act better.
Exactly. Period.
Sorry.
Yeah, clocked it.
Like, just really truly understand who you are as a person, so you can take care of your inner self. It's very, very important. To really like to understand that in your 20s, because if you struggle with that in your 30s and you have a family, oh my goodness,
scary.
I am so sorry.
And like, not to say that it's like impossible to do. It's just gonna be a little bit more difficult when you could have just done that in your 20s and made your life a little bit more easier.
But your 30s are also really big milestones are happening in your 30s. Like most people are getting married, most people are having kids, most people are at the height of their careers, or they're getting like a really big promotion and stuff like that. So it's like there's a lot of things to do already in your 30s, or to look forward to, and like not having the proper foundation of like not knowing yourself as a person in your 30s, I find you will have a hard time. Honestly, you will have a hard time. Good luck.
And you don't want to do that. Hey, if you're in your 20s, you're still young, and you're still, well, not to say that in your I'm so excited to be 30 TBH.
I feel like being 30 is gonna be fun, but I'm not like not that I'm saying I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not, because like if I think about the 30s, I won't care about the present. Like okay, I can achieve this in my 30s. Who cares? You know what I'm trying to say? You're like, now that you're in your 20s, think about these things and like strive to be a better person than you were the day before. And if that means getting to know yourself more, feeding your soul, feeding your brain, like do it now, so that it's just a little bit more smooth sailing in the future, so that when other things come up, because there's never your life is not going to be smooth sailing all the time. Never.
But the next time that a crisis comes up, you know how to better deal with it. You're not like, it's not like unloading all of this like backlogged BS
trauma
that you have to deal with as well. So like, work on it now and save yourself the hassle in the future.
Exactly.
My last point is to take your losses as wins and always be in gratitude. Guys, just be grateful. Like there are something, like I remember last year when I got into my car accident and I lost my car, I was like, oh my god, this is the end of the world for me. This is the end of GG, R.I.P.
We love you,
R.I.P. But genuinely, my life like did an entire 180. Is that what it is? Did an entire 180, and at like, even though it was such a big loss for me, it completely like, I was so like upset about it for a really long time, but then I realized that God's plan is always right, and things ended up being better for me in the future.
Yes,
and it was because of that constant being grateful that I didn't die in that car accident, that I was fine, that people in the other cars were fine, that I didn't lose my leg, like I didn't get hurt in any way. Being grateful for that to happen allowed me to be more confident in the plan that Allah set out for me. So I just rode the wave, even though I did complain here and there once in a while. Not once in a while, a lot.
Traumatic,
but it was a very traumatic experience.
Very warranted.
Yeah. But I think like I was still like complaining about certain things. I was still upset about certain things, but I was also constantly grateful that things turned out the way that they did. And now in hindsight, girl, that accident was no biggie. Like I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'm chilling. Everything worked out. Alhamdulillah. I'm now a safer driver because of that. Not saying that what happened to me was my fault.
Oh, it was not.
It was not my fault. It was this crazy guy behind me that decided, I don't know, he wanted to close his eyes while he was driving. He just, the eye was braked and he just whoosh drove into me, and I hit a car in front of me. That car hit a car in front of them. It was just, it was a disaster. But now I'm a more safer driver, a little bit more of a defensive driver than I was before.
Makes you more aware of your surroundings while you drive too, you know?
Yeah. And also now I'm more grateful. I'm a more grateful person than I was before that even happened. Because if I can be grateful that I got into a car accident, girl, I can be grateful for anything.
No, literally. Like it's like, honestly, some things just need like almost of a wake up call to like really like realize, oh, like I'm a very lucky person. Like alhamdulillah, like I've been dealt with some hard, again, Allah does not bear the soul with anything that they can't handle. You know, it might have been very, very hard at that moment, but look at you, you're thriving. You're thriving.
Period. You'll always make it through, and you'll always end up fine in the end. You just need to take those losses as eventual wins, because it might not be a win right away, but eventually it will be a win. And just be grateful that it happened.
Exactly.
And that you didn't die.
That's a dark turn. Also, just be nicer to yourself.
Yeah.
Like we are our own like worst critic. Like we are the most like I don't know, say it in a perfect way, in a grammatical correct way, but like you spend the most time with yourself, so you see the most flaws that you have than anyone else in the world can see. You know, so whenever you try to get out of your comfort zone, it's like a big shock. Like, ooh, like the person that's talking shit is truly yourself. I don't think anyone else. Like, even when starting this podcast, I feel like I was like really just thinking the thoughts that really truly, I don't think, no one even said that. I don't even think people would even think that. If they did think that, just think to yourself, why do they think that? Why do you even care to think that? Like, don't be a loser. Like, actually mind your business and let me do me. But like, just be nicer to yourself. You'll be more willing to take care of yourself and everything else, and it will fall back to all the advice that we gave earlier to the point where like we're saying like choose better friends, this, that, and the third. And you won't be able to do that without loving yourself. That's the truth. And it's, I know people say all the effing time, self-love this, be nice to yourself, da, 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 da. But it's literally one of the most realest things you will ever hear. And practicing it's very hard. But even just starting with like at the end of the day, just like writing being self-absorbed, in your journal and say, you did good on that, actually.
You did a great job today.
Yeah,
so
like
cool.
literally, like when you compliment yourself instead of saying, oh my god, why did I do this, why did I do that, it will change the way you see yourself in a crazy way. Like honestly, I like literally did struggle with even like conversations with people. I will go home and I will dissect that conversation. Like I literally would bother Amran, and thank God I have a sister, because actually, what is she gonna say? Like, she has to listen to me.
Leave me alone. Like, you can't.
Like, we share a room.
Yeah.
I would tell Amran, like, oh my god, I said this. Was that like weird that I said it? Like, like I would dissect conversations to that point, to a point where it made me want to like distance myself from people, because I was like always so anxious about what I was gonna say and how people would take it. And then I took a different perspective. I took a different perspective, and I really like I didn't stress about it. I didn't actually think about conversations that I had with people afterwards, but I also was like, that was a fun time. Like I'll tell myself that that was really good convos that you had. And honestly, I've been wanting to go out more. Like it's actually just switching your perspective, and even just like lying to yourself when works. Like I know it's hard to switch perspectives, but lie in your journal, and when you read back to it like a week later, you're like, oh, you thought that. Like, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and I feel like in that example, I feel like sometimes Kathy will tell me, like, we'll have a conversation with someone, and Kathy will be like, was I being weird? Was I being like either rude, or was I being weird, or was that just like off what I said? I'd be like, I actually have no idea what you're talking about. It sounded fine to me.
No, literally, it's truly
but
because
you're so overcritical of yourself all the time that it's like you're preventing yourself from just being happy,
like connecting to, like it's hard. It literally takes you away from the present. It takes you away from it. It's really hard. I'm literally talking to myself. I'm gonna watch this video. I'm like, listen to these words actually.
Because you gotta also, when you're just like, when you're constantly self-deprecating and you're constantly focusing on things that you hate about yourself, and like whether it's your appearance, whether it's the way that you talk, whether it's the way that you this, that, and the third, like when you're like at the end of the day, that's you. And if you hate you,
and you have to live in that body for the rest of your life.
How do you like, if you hate yourself so damn much, what the hell is anybody else gonna like you for? I think in the sense that no, but like when you're constantly like being self-deprecating, it's like you're just being so mean to yourself. You're being so mean. Like you're actually being so mean. Be a little bit nicer to yourself. Like you don't, like at the end of the day, unless you're a terrible person, you don't deserve that.
And terrible people won't be self-deprecating.
Exactly.
Like nice people are the ones that are self-deprecating.
Have a little bit more confidence in yourself. Be a little bit nicer to yourself, because you don't want to be miserable, because the more that you are overcritical and like hating all of these things about yourself and being mean to yourself, the more self-absorbed you actually become, the more annoying you are to hang out with.
Oh my god, that's, you know, when you're talking about how sometimes you realize you're annoying by yourself, I feel like that literally that's probably what I'm annoying about. I can like go and like talk about something I did like 5 years ago, or I'm like, oh, I did this and that and the third, like, was it a good idea? I need to work on that. And that's fine.
And she admitted it, and she's a better person for that.
Literally. Like, of course it's not gonna happen in instantly, but like at least, you know, self-awareness is the first step. It's the first step.
Be a little bit more self-aware of the way that you perceive yourself, so that you can be like, hey, maybe you're like, damn, maybe I don't have to be so, like, maybe I don't have to be so nice about myself. Maybe I can just like actually just chill out on all of that self-talk in the first place. Because if all you're doing is being rude to yourself, it's not like, okay, the next day I'm going to be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're so funny. You're so creative. You're so smart. Girl, just be like, I am a person. And that is okay. At the end of the day, that is okay.
You make mistakes.
Instead of being so hypercritical of yourself. Like instead of being so negative about yourself, start with being more neutral about yourself.
Nonchalant. Don't even think about yourself.
And then you can go into being nicer to yourself. Like it's not every day mean because now it's just exhausting. You're gonna exhaust yourself. You're gonna be so eepy all the time, and then how are you gonna have the energy to do anything fun if you're complaining about yourself all the time?
Yeah, exactly.
Just be nicer to yourself, because you are like, at the end of the day, you will never betray yourself.
Exactly.
So stick with yourself. You're literally like locked in.
Like you can't unlock it. Like,
you can't unlock it. You're
like,
stuck. Like you're dead ass stuck with yourself. And if you hate yourself, and if you are always
we're at the last part. We should just end it.
Guys, my iPhone storage is too high, so I'm gonna delete an app. Phone lost storage, but we're back. But essentially that was it. That was all of our 20 things that we learned in our 20s, that we're still working on in our 20s, that we wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah,
because we need to give you our wisdom.
Yeah, a little bit of wisdom. I mean, we're still learning, but for anyone that's like 18, 19, I feel like this would help them a lot to like tune in, guys.
Know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, it's gonna be really scary, but it's gonna be
a roller coaster.
Yeah,
literally. Also, like, comment what's like the biggest thing that you learned in your 20s. I want to take notes. Yeah, and I hope you guys did enjoy what we learned, and you took some notes. You not took some notes, but you took from it. Like, you really like let it settle in, and really like, understood what we were trying to portray. Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment like things that you have learned in your 20s. Comment some tips, some advice, some advice. If you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure to follow and rate us 5 stars.
5 stars only. 5 stars only. Yeah, 5 fingers in your face.
Hey. And we will see you next Sunday.
See ya. Bye.